Today we're going to start a major garden renovation project, and this is the first area that's going to be tackled, and it's because many of the logs have been here for more than 5-6 years, so they've started to rot. The plants are thriving, the wood is rotting. So what the team is going to do today is to separate them from the logs, and you can see just how you can hear how hollow the logs are, but this is giving off a sweet smell, but you can see just how rotten the logs are. So this is a team of experts that have flown in all the way from Kaswa to do the project. For the work we're going to be doing today in the garden, these are really the only tools we need, with the exception of the manpower. We've had a lot of rain in Ghana these last couple of days, so the roots are they're not stuck too hard, and many of the orchids are they're falling over because they've outgrown their support. So when I talk about roofing nails, this is what in Ghana we call roofing nails, and you'll soon see why that's so important for what's going to happen. And then of course we need the clippers and we need a hammer. So stay tuned, you'll see how it all comes together. So what we're doing here now, even though the plant is in flower, we are cutting the orchid so that we can give it more support, so it's not flopping over, because as much as possible we want them standing straight like this one. And if you're wondering why we have that what looks like grass around, it's actually moss, and it helps to keep the roots moist during the warm months. So this is what the process looks like when they start cutting down the pieces that were falling over. I'm sexy. Many of you may be wondering, why not just use orchid pots? Well, you can, and I used to, and you'll see some orchid pots around my yard, but I noticed that my orchids really flourished when they weren't confined to a pot. And I had less breakage, and I had a lot of having to replace over and over again. And I found that the orchid stems or logs, they could hold a lot more than any single orchid pot. And it just looks so much more natural. But please don't feel you have to use logs. This is just for people who have the space and would find it interesting and a different way to showcase their orchids. Few days before the logs are used, it's very important to spray the logs with an insecticide to ensure that there are no termites or insects in the logs that could eventually harm the plants. So that's a tip that you must remember. Spray the logs with insecticide before you start to use them.